Hi, my name is Cian Cosell and I am the owner here at St. Fiacre's Farm Artisan Loose Leaf Teas. My husband and I hand blend artisan loose leaf teas featuring locally grown ingredients. And today we are going to share with you how we brew our loose leaf tea and place it in a pump pot or a hot pot so that we can take it to the farmer's market and around town to our retailers who carry our tea. If you've been a subscriber of our channel for a while, you've probably seen lots of our gardening videos. And so today we are going to talk about tea and how to steep tea and how to keep it hot. We're hanging out in the greenhouse today because it happens to be the quietest spot on the farm for now until I'm spotted by little farmers. We had a few requests on how do we make tea in a hot pot. So if you've seen a hot pot or a pump pot, they have different names. It's a big container with a pump on the top, and it's very commonly used for coffee. We frequently see them in office settings as well as stores that are sampling coffee, maybe Costco, World Market, those kinds of places. We use these pump pots for the farmers market and when we do tastings at our various retailers that carry our loose leaf tea. They're very convenient. They hold quite a bit of hot tea. We can make it early in the morning and take it to the farmers market and have it there all day long, and it will stay hot over 24 hours. So this is a great way to sample tea, or if you want to take a big pot of tea to the office or to school or any gatherings, family gatherings, parties, anywhere where you might want to serve a lot of hot tea. Or maybe, like us, you go through a lot of tea. This is a great way to make sure you have plenty of tea to go around. Let's get steeping. So first you want to find out how much liquid does your pump pot hold. So they're all different. We have some smaller ones and we have a larger one and then our medium-sized ones, and the medium ones are the most common size, I believe. The one we're using today is a Bunn pump pot, and it holds 108 ounces, so that's approximately 13 cups. And that is important because we are going to steep tea based on how many cups of tea your pot will hold. So when you're steeping loose leaf tea, typically it's about 1 teaspoon full of loose leaf tea per 8-ounce cup of tea. So we're going to take our 108 ounces and divide it by 8, and that gives us about 13 cups. So now that we have figured out how much our pump pot holds and we know how many servings of tea we need, 13, 1 teaspoon per cup, we are going to go ahead and make our tea for the pump pot. So the first thing we want to do is boil our water. So go ahead and fill up your teapot, and you want to turn it on until you have boiling water. While your water is boiling, you can measure out your loose leaf tea. You can steep it however you want to steep it. If you want to grab our free printable here on 10 ways to steep loose leaf tea, that link will be down in the show notes. Usually when we're steeping tea for a pump pot, we use one of two methods. We use either a fillable tea bag that we can dispose later, and we either fill one small one for each cup we're going to do, or we buy larger fillable tea bags that fit multiple teaspoons of tea. You can steep that in just a pot of water like you would tea in a teacup. But today we're going to use our favorite method, and that is using the French press to steep our tea. So while the water is boiling, we're going to take our loose leaf tea and measure it out into our French press. So because our pump pot's so large, we're going to use 2 French presses. In each French press, I'm going to place 8 teaspoons of loose leaf tea, and I know that that equals 16, not 13. I'm making this a little stronger because we're going to put it on ice later. You can do just 13 if you're just serving straight hot tea, or if you like it stronger, 16 works also. So we put our servings of loose leaf tea into our French press. And now that our water is done boiling, we are going to fill the French press full of water, making sure that all of the loose leaf tea is soaked underneath the water. Now it's time to set the timer. We're setting this one for 7 minutes. We want a nice good steep. This is an herbal tea, and so the time on this is highly variable depending on your taste and preference. Now that our tea has steeped, we're going to put the lid on the French press and slowly press the press down until it's all the way at the bottom. And then we're going to pour our hot tea into our pump pot. Now our French presses, they do about 6 to 8 cups of water. So that can be 6 to 8 cups of tea, but we're counting water here because we steeped our tea a little strong on purpose. I know that 2 French presses do not fill up our 108 ounce Bunn pump pot. And so by steeping it strong, I can add just hot water to fill the pump pot up the rest of the way. This makes it a lot simpler than having the right amount of French presses for every amount of liquid and tea. You can even use 1 French press instead of 2 and place all your tea in that 1 French press and then just add the remaining hot water to the pump pot to fill up the pot. It's whatever is the simplest for you and whatever tools you have to make it work. Now that our tea is in our pump pot and it's topped off with some hot water, it's time for a cup of tea, and I have just the taste tester to try it out. My trusty buddy at the market, my son. So that's how we steep tea for the pump pot. If you have any questions, let us know down in the comment section below. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, and make sure that if you don't want to miss any more tea steeping or gardening videos, that you hit that little bell, and YouTube will let you know every time we have a new video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and don't forget our free printable down below on 10 ways to steep loose leaf tea. And we will see you next time. St. Fiacre's Farm.
Fiacre.
Fiacre?
Fiacre. Fiacre.
Thanks for joining us on the farm.